4x800 boys should be next. 4A. 4x800 boys should be next. All runners are in now.
So it will be Westwood in lane number 1, fastest qualifying time at 8:09.96. Westwood just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Perone Stadium here in Richland District 2. Hilton Head in lane 2, then Daniel, North Myrtle Beach, Greer, Beaufort, North Augusta, and then Ridgeview.
Ridgeview team has Seneca Mackey on it, who's a wide receiver on the football team, also a reserve rotation player on that basketball team. This two-time defending boys 4A basketball champion. Seneca Mackey would play his college football at Erskine College.
Daniel has Adam and Mismeh Balawi on their relay team. Adam is a senior. Mismeh is the junior, and that is part of a family that has a deep, deep tradition here in the state championships in South Carolina coming out of Daniel. Their sister was a wonderful long-distance runner that won a couple of state championships not too long ago. Hilton Head, a very tradition-rich distance and relay running team. They always put up good times.
And off to a good start. Looks like is Beaufort. Is that North Augusta? North Augusta's in green. That is Beaufort in front. Trailing, I think Westwood is second. And here comes Westwood on the right shoulder now, gonna make a move here.
Stacy, the South Carolina state record belongs to Spring Valley High School. They set that record here at Perone Stadium back in 2013 with a time of 7:45:28.
That's smoking too. That's getting down the road, sir.
Gibson, Hofel, McCormick, and Pratt.
And look at that! Look at this push right here. Look at this push. What a burst.
Nice lead
on, the last
on
turn.
that exchange, and a clean exchange. North Augusta, the early lead. Then it's Hilton Head and Beaufort. It's like Westwood is in fourth.
Lead off leg for
making a push.
Lead off leg for North Augusta. He really closed on that last turn. It was very impressive. Here comes Beaufort now. Beaufort and Westwood now making a move on this first lap of the second leg.
Daniel and Hilton Head are right there as well, Stacy. Daniel looking to go outside over on the right elbow and makes a clean pass. That's a good move there. They're now slipping back on the corner, and it evens out.
They're running this race, as we talked about with the girls, is a race of intelligence as well. It's about positioning, obviously the stamina and athletic ability, but when to make your move. We saw some runners in the girls' version of this race maybe go out a little too fast, too early. They had nothing left on that second lap. It's really who has the most in the tank on that second lap. And right now we have another lead change. That's Westwood out in front.
Westwood with the state's fastest time this year, and they set it just a couple of weeks ago, actually last week, Stacy, May 4th, in the 4A qualifier with a time of 8:09.96. So Westwood really is the one to watch right now.
Absolutely. Paul McCants, Jordan McAlexander, Robert Johnson, Rayshawn Floyd.
And they also have the fastest time in the 4x400 meter relay that they set last week. So they're peaking.
As you know, a lot of great athletes in that Westwood student body over there. A lot of talent throughout all their program. They have a very impressive athletic department at Westwood High School, girls and boys. Girls play for the 4A Upper State Championship in basketball. Look at this. Hey, look, speaking of camera time, this man got a camera all to himself. No one's in range. Westwood on the handoff. He took off after that first lap and never looked back. And the lead for Westwood now is enormous.
It's very Wakamaj.
It's very Wakamaj. Buford, a long distance phone call behind Westwood, and that's a nice, easy pace right there. Nice, easy pace. The idea, of course, though, Birch, is to hold that pace or have enough left in the second lap.
Now, one thing to watch is Hilton Head, Stacy. They will have Sam Gillman running the anchor leg, and Sam has the fastest time in the 800 and the 1600, as well as the 1 mile race here in South Carolina this year, so he can fly.
And it's like the third year in a row we've seen him here.
Yes.
You and I had him a couple years ago. Tyler Cup and I had the call last year. And Gillman's a guy, is a name brand, and he's a beast. He's closing a little bit of gap.
Now, I don't know if he can close a 100-meter gap if Westwood can hang on.
They got to get it to him with less than that. They got to cut into it for him, though. They got to cut into it for him.
Stacy, it's turned into a 50-meter lead. It was 100.
It's what's in the tank. You look back. Don't look back. Something might be gaining on you. That's Satcher Page said that. I think he took a peek back right there, but still the same pace. He got the head wobbling a little bit now. Tide boss. Trying to bring it on home.
Sam Gillman is not too far behind, Stacy. He is not in your picture right now, but he has closed it to a 25-meter lead.
And I think what you're going to see him do, if he closes it enough, you got 2 more legs of this. It matters now who Westwood has on their 3rd and 4th leg. They got to maintain a lead, but it's going to be cut into on his back stretch. I got a feeling. Watch Gillman on his back stretch. We've seen him do it before.
Well, actually, that is Balawi from Daniel, Stacy.
It is. Now look, but who is this? Buford. Buford now he stumbled. The runner for Westwood failed. I say his head was wobbling. He was struggling. He failed. The runner for Westwood failed. And he's getting up. Westwood's getting up in 3rd. He's barely.
Buford has it. Buford, then Daniel and Westwood.
He collapsed. The runner for Westwood could not keep his feet. He ran out of gas. And now Buford.
That's going to put a lot of pressure on the anchor leg runner, Stacy.
Yes, it is.
He's going to have to come out off of his pace that he wants to start in the first.
Here comes Daniel and Westwood.
The first 400, look, he is elbowing his way through, and it is Westwood trying to pick up his teammate.
He is, and they're running close together. Don't worry about the legs getting tangled up right here. There was a 3-man bunch there. For a moment, he actually showed it his way on the inside.
How about that 3rd leg by Balawi for Daniel and the runner from Buford?
We were talking about Hilton Head. He came up, and right now this Westwood runner looks like he's off form a little bit in the first.
He had to start
in the first lap.
He had to start out as a sprinter in a 400-meter race when he needs to be in an 800-meter race.
Absolutely, and he might have shut too much out the gas tank earlier. Again, I mentioned it with other runners. Right here looks like out of form a little bit. He's going to be eased by here in a moment by the runner from Daniel. The second lap is almost
that's Hilton Head.
That's in the light blue. That is Hilton Head. I'm sorry, that is Hilton Head. And here it is. You can see this coming.
That's Sam Gillman.
A mile away. That is Gillman. He's going to ease by him like a Cadillac walking past a pedestrian.
Look at their elbow to elbow, Stacy. They are in each other's pocket.
He's not long.
Gillman overtakes.
He's gone. He's gone. I can tell you how this movie ends. We've seen this kid here every year. I meet him here like we're family at the state track meet, and he's impressive every year. I think he had a brother that ran as well a couple years ago. The younger of the Gillmans. He is going to ease down this road here on the turn. He's going to extend lead.
I think it was just too hard for Westwood maybe to recover from what they did last week, Stacy.
Yeah, that's not even, he's going to win this going away. And that's just a smart race.
Yep.
It's going to be.
They stayed within themselves. 803.
Hilton Head, Westwood, second. I apologize earlier. I called that Daniel. I had the uniforms mixed up, but that was Hilton Head. Gillman ends up being the man once again. So your boys 4A, 4x800 meter champions. I believe repeats. Hilton Head. Richard's going to come in last in this event. Again, just like the girls' team, they both kind of snuck in late. Sometimes a track program, you get a team, part of your program, you're not even sure going to qualify, and they get in late. That last week, a lot of teams eased in to the top 8 in their events. Ridgeview was one of those, so they finished just like they eased in 8th. Great race by Hilton Head. You can't say enough about Gillman and his teammates and the way they sat back and ran with great pace. And I just hated for the Westwood young man that failed.
Yeah.
You know,
He was giving it everything he
when
could.
I saw the head wobbling on this right below us right here. I knew it was gonna be a struggle. He was starting to struggle, and he really left it all out there. But it's about form and pace.
So now, Stacy, we will go to the 3A girls